All right, all right. As always, first, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh
Bahashem,
Bahashem
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai Bahashem
Bahashem, Rakakwadai.
Rakakrash.
Double honor to the apostles, elders, great millstone, toss us truth and rule well. Shalom to the hopefully elected. Shalom to the Akim and Aqua out there listening and learning. This goes out to the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, the Native Americans, the Latino Americans, so-called African Americans here and scattered throughout the four corners of the world. It's a branch of Great Millstone, Chicago, coming to you with some more of it. I'm the brother Asha.
This is brother Yahya.
And like we love to do in our spiritual sit-downs, man, we just thanking you how about Shema Shai that this punishment and this captivity is over with, man. We coming up out of this thing, and we'll never go back into captivity or be subject to Esau, Edom, and these other heathens ever again, man. So this is the last captivity, and this is the last punishment for the Hebrew Israelites, man. The water Yahweh Shema Shai, he bringing us out of this joint. You know, we can't wait, man, till we ain't got to be subject to payments, subject to these chains of darkness and all the other stuff that goes with it. Go ahead, get a good quick precept.
Yeah, look, can I get this verse?
Yeah.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 30 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Psalms 30 and 5. For his anger endureth but a moment, in his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. So the Lord is very merciful upon us and just upon Israel in general, man, because he could have been smoked us, man. There's been plenty of times where we went completely off against the Lord, and we could have been smoked, but the Lord continued to have mercy upon us and continue to show us the right way and made us get in line to get in the right way, man. Because if not for the Lord, we would have been smoked, man. But going into the verse, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning, and that morning is on its way, man. That Revelation 21, a new heaven and a new earth, that's what's finna come, and Israel is finna be in rulership, man. That's what we looking forward to. We tired of crying and being on this earth, man. And the Lord is finna take these chains up off us, and we finna get out of this punishment that we in, cause this earth is a hell, man. This, you can't have nothing in this place, man. That's why it's our punishment, man.
Facts. And that's real, man. You know what I mean? So nothing has been done. No, I'm loosely paraphrasing, you know, as what happened to Israel under the whole earth. You know what I mean? Loosely paraphrasing.
Yeah, Israel had it the worst.
Yeah, Israel had the worst, man. It has been done under Israel, you know. So, nevertheless, they just grab that under the whole heaven.
Yeah, none of these other nations got a beating like we did. And that's because the Lord loves us as his own, man. So he's been chastising us.
Under the whole heaven, trying to do this. What's that? Mm-hmm.
I got a preset while you looking for that.
Yeah.
This is the book of Amos 3 and 2. Well, Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I have brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. So the Lord chose Israel, which is why he put us through such strict punishment and such strict, well, not strict, but, you know, he gave us these commandments to be righteous, man. And we went off, of course, which is why we in the punishment. We've been in many captivities over and over again because we keep going off and off. But the Lord is finna put the law in our hearts so we don't have to go off anymore, man.
That's what we're waiting on, man, to be transferred out of the scene. This is Daniel 9 and 12. It says, I'm going to start at 9. It says, yea. Daniel 9 and 11 says, yea, Israel have transgressed the law, even by departing, that they might not obey the voice therein. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us. An oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. So that's why we went into these punishment. That's why we went under those curses, man. Because we went off against our power, started worshiping idols and being like the heathen, man, that was around about us. The Lord told us don't be like the heathen. Don't follow their ways. That's Jeremiah. But what did Israel do? Got right in line with these heathens and followed them and started worshiping idols, man. And you know, so idols worship is the beginning and the end of all sins. Loosely paraphrasing. It says, and he confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil, for under the whole heaven have not been done, as it has been done upon Jerusalem. So this captivity, this punishment, this last one, man. Jake went through it. We lost our complete heritage. We didn't even know who the hell we were. That's how strict this punishment was, when righteously deserved. Because the Lord kept giving us chance and chance again to get right, but Israel just couldn't get right. But the Wadi Habashim Shah, Yahweh Shah went on the cross for us, redeemed us, and now we coming up out of this last punishment, this last captivity, and we ain't got to go through this no more.
You want the Lamentations?
Time.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 22.
Started at 21.
Okay. Lamentations 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
And that's exactly what it is, man. Esau's time for him to be punished, man, for all the horrific things he's done to the Israelites, to the apple of the Lord's eye across the globe, man. Him and the other heathens, all nations played a part of spoiling us, destroying us, and wreaking havoc. But none more than Amalekites, the first among the nation, and Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white man here in America. They're the same. Esau, Edom, betrayed his brother, man, and crucified us all across the globe. And the Lord is gonna make sure that he get his judgment, but nevertheless, while he getting his judgment, we getting out, we getting up out of this jam. So our punishment is over, man. We served 400 some years in Egypt. We served almost 500 years here in America. So that we the people of the Lord. The same punishment, the same time frame, and a lot of the same things happen. So in the ancient time, this happening now. Being under the strict rule of a wicked oppressor who had no clue on what was going on, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the Wadi Habashim Al Shah, this time is up, man. We just got to hang in and do it to the end so we can be saved. Yeah. And these other fools want to stay in this captivity. Crazy.
Yeah. You want that Isaiah 40?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, and verse, you start at 1?
Yeah.
40 and 1, comfort ye, my people, saith your power. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her, that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she hath received of the Yahweh's hand double for all her sins. So right there it says our warfare is accomplished, man. That's why the days are being shortened for the elect's sake, because Israel done went through a lot, man. And the Lord is seeing that. The Lord is about to say, all right, that's enough. You want me to read the...
No, just showing you what, so, right. So the Lord has forgiven us, man, of our trespasses, man. Again, the Wadi Habashim Al Shah, he sent Yahweh Shah, because other than that, we wouldn't be reconciled. Our sins wouldn't be forgiven. We wouldn't be pardoned without Yahweh Shah's sacrifice. Like you said, we went through double because of all the transgressions we did, man, and Jake's still doing it right now. They forgotten the Lord days without number, but thank goodness, the Lord has, saving the elect of Israel this time around. And and therefore, ending this punishment that we in.
Mm-hmm. You want the Jeremiah?
Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah.
And that's something to rejoice about, man. That's something to be very happy about, man. Never to go through this again, like he was quoting earlier. No more tears, no more sorrow, no more, untimely deaths, no more aggression, no more the basis of men ruling over us, man. That's a huge thing to be really happy about.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 20.
Let's see. We just getting straight to the point. Go ahead, start 19.
Verse 19, Jeremiah 50 and 19. And I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead.
Yep.
In those days and in that time, said Yahweh, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I will pardon them whom I reserve.
And he reserved the elect of Israel this time around. And that's who's getting the pardon. You know what I mean? That's who's being saved on this time around. You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing about it. You know, in Romans, it says all Israel will be saved, but the 2/3 are going to be destroyed on this side. The elect is going to be saved on this side, 144,000 and 1/3. And then those other ones is going to what we call, Israel going to be righteous in the kingdom when the Lord gives they elect those 100 wives, and spoke about in Matthew 19. So that's how the rest of the Israel is going to be saved. But this time around, 2/3 are going to suffer brutal and painful destruction because they continue to walk in wickedness. You know what I mean, and do everything that they shouldn't be doing. But the Wadi Habashimashai, he saved us. You know what I mean. The elect, we praying we them men, we amongst that number that that this partner is going on to.
Con. You want to get to Isaiah?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, and verse 22.
51. And, you need to highlight your stuff. Isaiah, what was it?
51 and 22.
Isaiah 51. What does it say? 22. Israel exhorted. 51. 50. Yep, go ahead. Sorry, 22.
Isaiah 51 and 22. Thus saith Yahweh thy power and thy God that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again.
Yep, that's the promise. We no more going to go through this pain, suffering, and sorrow.
Verse 23. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which I've said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the streets of them that went over.
Yep, so now it's their time for punishment. We received our punishment. Now salvation is coming for the elect of Israel. And these other nations, starting with Esau, they got to suffer their punishment. The Lord is a righteous power.
With the Baruch.
Yeah.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 5 and verse 1. Put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of mourning and affliction, and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from Yahweh forever. Cast about thee a double garment of the righteousness which cometh from Yahweh, and set a diadem on thine head of the glory of the everlasting. For Yahweh will shew thy brightness unto every country under heaven. For thy name shall be called of Yahweh forever, the peace of righteousness and the glory of Yahweh's worship. Arise, O Jerusalem, stand on high, and look about toward the east. And behold, thy children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of Yahweh.
Yeah, and that's future promise, man. Of peace, prosperity, and safety, Once we get out of this, this land of captivity, the Lord's going to exalt us on the hill of Zion, man. Praise his name. Singing that new song. But first we got to, get up out of this situation which we currently in. And this other stuff is going to be, befall thereafter, man. And it's a miraculous time because it's a long time coming, man. It's a short time to the Lord, but to us it's a long time coming. We're going to rejoice and be glad thereof and sing praises unto him.
What that Isaiah 61?
Yeah, let's grab that.
Isaiah 61 and 1. The spirit of Yahweh power is upon me, because Yahweh hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified.
That's what it is, man. That's why we're out here telling you the good news, man. Our punishment is over. How about Shemal Shai? You know, it's prophets back on street corners, prophesizing the downfall of this place and our end of captivity and our salvation. You know, and it's said that you'll wake up. Our salvation is nearer than we first believed, and that's grant that and that's a part of that beautiful song that we're singing a song now about our salvation right around the corner, man, and that's wonderful news. That is the true gospel. The elect of Israel being saved and our enemies being destroyed and receiving a just punishment. And that's why we waking up the masses, telling them, hey, it's almost over with, almost over. Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed.
And that's straight to the point, man. Our salvation, our end of our punishment is right around the corner. Just hang in there, hold your head up high. At the water of Habashim Shai, He's giving us this truth to understand that we will no longer be victims and punished and prosecuted and oppressed, by our enemies, man. We're gonna serve Yahweh Shai, in His kingdom with Yahweh Shai, King David ruling, and 144,000 ruling over the 12 tribes of Israel, as it says in Revelation. Hope that was edifying. With that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rechacharash.
Double honor to the apostles, elders, great millstone, tosses truth, and rule well. Till next time.
Shalom, Kwam Yashrala, and Abal Babal.